The clone troopers of the Grand Army of the Republic were among the most skilled and loyal soldiers in the galaxy, created specifically for the Clone Wars and trained from birth to serve the Republic without question. Their origins, however, contained a hidden dark purpose, as the clones had been secretly designed by the Sith to carry out one of the galaxy's most devastating missions, Order 66. This single command, programmed into their very biology through inhibitor chips, would turn them against their trusted Jedi allies in a coordinated and deadly strike. Each clone legion was trained and specialized to perform specific combat roles, and their talents would be exploited to devastating effect when the command was issued. The following sections explore the roles and specialties of some of the deadliest clone legions involved in Order 66, and how their unique skills contributed to the near eradication of the Jedeye Order. Clone troopers trained on Kamino were raised with an almost unbreakable sense of loyalty to the Republic, their Jedi generals, and the mission to protect galactic stability. Unbeknownst to the clones and the Jedi alike, however, a programming contingency was embedded within each clone trooper in the form of an inhibitor chip. This chip would override any personal loyalty to the Jedi, rendering the clones single-minded in their execution of Order 66. The chips, initially undetected by even the most advanced Kaminoan scientists, became a ticking time bomb waiting to activate. When Palpatine issued Order 66, the clones across the galaxy became instruments of the Sith's master plan, utilizing their training, tactics, and familiarity with the Jedi to turn their specialized skills against the very allies they had been fighting beside. The effectiveness of Order 66 stemmed from the clone army's organization into specialized legions, each with a distinct purpose, mission style, and tactical approach. Every legion was under the command of a specific Jedi general, and their bonds ran deep, with clones and Jedi forming close partnerships over years of battles. This close relationship enabled the clone troopers to understand their Jedi general's strengths and weaknesses intimately. This knowledge was particularly deadly when Order 66 was initiated, as the clones' familiarity with Jedi combat techniques, habits, and even force-based tactics made them formidable adversaries. They knew how to exploit gaps in Jedi defenses, how to anticipate movements, and how to overwhelm even the most skilled Jedi masters. One of the most well-known legions, the 501st Legion, was commanded by Anakin Skywalker and later by Darth Vader himself. Known for their elite status and combat experience, the 501st Legion played a crucial role in the assault on the Jedi Temple. Equipped with heavy artillery, specialized tactics, and rigorous training, the 501st's efficiency and ruthlessness made them particularly effective during Order 66. Under Vader's command, they executed their former comrades within the temple with cold precision, targeting everyone from younglings to seasoned Jedi masters. The 501st became infamous for their role in the massacre, setting the tone for the brutal efficiency of the other clone legions during Order 66. Each clone legion had unique characteristics that made them suited to different terrains, environments, and battle scenarios. For instance, the 41st Elite Corps, under the command of Jedi Master Luminara Unduli, was skilled in jungle warfare and adaptability, traits that became lethal advantages when they turned against the Jedi. Their familiarity with guerrilla tactics and wilderness survival enabled them to conduct swift, brutal attacks on Jedi forces, ensuring that the Jedi they were once loyal to would have little chance of escape. The 41st's specialization in terrain and environment-based tactics made them deadly foes during the Purge. The 212th Attack Battalion, led by Commander Cody and Jedi General Obi-Wan Kenobi, was another key force in the execution of Order 66. The 212th was renowned for its precision in large-scale assault tactics, often employed in high-risk missions where strategic coordination and heavy artillery were essential. Known for their formidable skill in direct confrontations and siege tactics, the 212th played a crucial role in the battles that defined the Clone Wars. Commander Cody, a loyal and highly respected clone officer, had fought alongside Kenobi in numerous campaigns, from the Battle of Geonosis to the liberation of Utapau. This strong bond and trust between Cody and Kenobi made the betrayal of Order 66 all the more tragic. When Palpatine issued Order 66, Commander Cody received the directive without hesitation. With the inhibitor chip activating, any loyalty Cody felt toward Kenobi was suppressed, leaving only a ruthless determination to fulfill his duty. On the planet of Utapo, as Kenobi led his troops in pursuit of General Grievous, Cody turned his sights on his longtime commander. Utilizing their extensive knowledge of Kenobi's tactics and fighting style, the 212th launched a surprise assault against the Jedeye Master. The clones under Cody's command fired upon Kenobi as he attempted to flee, almost killing him in the process. Their precision and strategic positioning made it nearly impossible for Kenobi to escape, and he only survived due to his exceptional skills and quick thinking. The betrayal by Cody and the 212th highlighted the brutal effectiveness of the clones and how their training made them formidable opponents, even to experienced Jedeye. Another fearsome unit in the clone army was the Galactic Marines, known for their unmatched resilience and combat efficiency in extreme environments. Led by Commander Bakara and Jedi General Ki-Adi-Mundi, the Galactic Marines were specifically trained for missions in harsh and challenging conditions, such as icy terrains, deserts, and zero-gravity combat scenarios. Their rugged armor and advanced combat training made them an elite force in the Republic's campaigns against the Separatists. The Galactic Marines were known for their adaptability, able to engage enemies in environments that would challenge even the most seasoned soldiers. However, their loyalty and efficiency would soon become lethal when they turned against the Jedi. During Order 66, the Galactic Marines demonstrated their ruthlessness on the planet of Maigito. As General Ki-Adi-Mundi led his forces through the frozen battleground, Commander Bakara received the order to eliminate the Jedi. Without hesitation, the Galactic Marines turned their weapons on Mundi, firing in unison with deadly accuracy. The suddenness of the attack and the Marines' precise execution left Mundi with little chance to defend himself, and he was killed almost instantly. The Galactic Marines' discipline and combat skills allowed them to dispatch Mundi with cold efficiency, marking them as one of the most deadly units during the purge. Their betrayal was swift and unforgiving, showcasing the effectiveness of the clones' training and the control that Palpatine held over them through the inhibitor chips. The actions of the 212th and the Galactic Marines underscored how Palpatine's plans had fully taken root within the clone legions. With each clone's loyalty overridden by the inhibitor chip, they acted with unwavering obedience, turning their specialized skills against the Jedi they had once served. The tragic irony of Order 66 was that the Jedi had trained and led these very soldiers, developing strategies, techniques, and bonds of trust that were ultimately turned against them. The clones' deep knowledge of their Jedi commanders, combined with their specialized training, meant that when Order 66 was activated, each legion became a lethal weapon, precisely tailored to exploit the Jedi's weaknesses and tactics. Among the most feared units during the execution of Order 66 was the 327th Star Corps, led by Commander Bly and Jedeye General Aayla Secura. Known for their strategic precision and advanced reconnaissance tactics, the 327th Star Corps was often deployed in challenging combats where adaptability and quick decision-making were paramount. Commander Bly, one of the most trusted clone commanders, had fought alongside General Secura in numerous battles, forming a close bond with her over years of grueling campaigns. Bly was known for his respect and loyalty to his Jedi general, which made his swift compliance with Order 66 even more tragic and devastating. When Palpatine issued Order 66, Commander Bly and the 327th Star Corps were stationed on the lush, dense planet of Felucia. Without hesitation, Bly activated the inhibitor chip's command to eliminate his trusted general. The ambush was as swift as it was ruthless, with the clones firing upon Secura in a coordinated and overwhelming attack. Caught off guard by the sudden betrayal, Secura had little time to defend herself. The 327th's precision, honed from countless battles, ensured that Secura had no chance of escape, and she was quickly overwhelmed by the torrent of blaster fire. The 327th Star Corps' ability to act without hesitation and execute their command flawlessly underscored the grim efficiency of Palpatine's plan. The bonds of camaraderie and trust forged on the battlefield were erased in an instant, replaced by an unwavering loyalty to their programming. Another key force in the devastation of Order 66 was the 41st Elite Corps, led by Commander Gree under the guidance of Jedeye Order, Unduli, and later Yoda himself. The 41st was uniquely adept at jungle and guerrilla warfare, skills that made them invaluable on planets with dense vegetation, such as Kashyyyk, where they were deployed to aid the Wookiees in resisting separatist forces. Commander Gree, like other clone commanders, held great respect for his Jedi leaders, especially Yoda, whose wisdom had earned the admiration of even the most battle-hardened soldiers. Despite this respect, Commander Gree's loyalty to Palpatine's command was unshakable once Order 66 was activated. With his training and tactical expertise, Gree was prepared to carry out the order even against the revered Grand Master of the Jedi Order. As Yoda and the Wookiees stood unaware of the impending betrayal, Gree and another clone trooper moved in to carry out the execution. However, Yoda's attunement to the Force alerted him to the danger just in time. The Grand Master swiftly dispatched Gree and his accomplice, narrowly escaping the fate that had befallen so many of his peers. The 41st Elite Corps' role on Kashyyyk was critical in the initial stages of Order 66, as they had not only prepared for combat against the Separatists, but were now tasked with targeting Jedi and their allies. Their experience with jungle terrain and their tactical adaptability made them formidable adversaries, capable of setting up ambushes and operating stealthily within challenging environments. This skill set, while crucial in battle, became a deadly asset in hunting down Jedi who had managed to escape the initial onslaught. The 327th Star Corps and the 41st Elite Corps, each with their unique strengths and combat specializations, illustrated the versatility and lethality of the clone army. Their role in Order 66 highlighted how each legion's specialized skills were turned against the Jedi in a cold and calculated manner. Under Palpatine's orders, their expertise became a force of annihilation, transforming the galaxy's protectors into a nearly extinct order. The tactical knowledge, loyalty, and skills that had once made the clones an indispensable ally to the Jedi now rendered them a nearly unstoppable enemy. The 104th Battalion, also known as the Wolfpack, was another highly respected clone unit that played a devastating role in Order 66. Led by Commander Wolf and Jedi General Plo Koon, the Wolfpack had a reputation for being adaptable, resilient, and exceptionally loyal. They were often tasked with high-stakes missions in hostile environments and had proven themselves to be a valuable asset in battles against separatist forces. Commander Wolf had a particularly close relationship with Plo Koon, who had saved Wolf's life on multiple occasions. Plo Koon was known for his compassion toward his troops and was one of the Jedi who truly valued the individuality of each clone under his command. This bond between Plo Koon and Wolf made the betrayal of Order 66 deeply impactful. When the order was issued, Wolf and the Wolfpack received the directive as part of their programming, and any loyalty to Plo Koon was overridden by the inhibitor chip's commands. As Plo Koon piloted his starfighter above the planet Karoni Moedia, the clones turned on him with ruthless efficiency. The Wolfpack, under Wolfie's command, fired upon Plo Koon's ship, sending it crashing to the surface below. The Wolfpack's precision and tactical awareness, traits they had honed through battle, ensured there was no escape for their former general. The betrayal on Karoni Moedia was swift and merciless, a testament to the power of the inhibitor chip and the control it exerted over even the most loyal clones. The Coruscant Guard, led by Commander Fox, was another unit that played a critical role during Order 66, albeit with a different specialization. Unlike the frontline combat units, the Coruscant Guard was responsible for maintaining security on Coruscant, the heart of the Republic, and later the Empire. They acted as elite security forces, often involved in sensitive missions that required both discipline and strict adherence to protocol. The Coruscant Guard was stationed within the most secure areas of the Republic, providing security in high-stakes situations, and they were highly skilled in handling conflicts within populated areas. When Order 66 was activated, Commander Fox and the Coruscant Guard shifted their focus from public safety to the systematic hunting and elimination of Jedi within their jurisdiction. The Coruscant Guard's role in Order 66 was especially deadly because of their proximity to the Jedeye Temple and the political centers of power. Commander Fox and his troopers ruthlessly pursued any Jedi found on Coruscant, leading patrols throughout the city to eliminate survivors. As the Empire established itself, the Coruscant Guard became enforcers of Imperial law, ensuring that any Jedi or Jedi sympathizers were quickly neutralized. With their experience in urban combat and tactical law enforcement, the Coruscant Guard proved to be one of the most efficient forces in securing the Empire's hold on Coruscant and eliminating Jedi who attempted to flee or resist. The roles of the 104th Battalion and the Coruscant Guard in Order 66 highlighted the diversity of the Clone Army's tactical approach. While the 104th Battalion's bond with their Jedi general made their betrayal particularly poignant, the Coruscant Guard's experience with law enforcement in the Republic's capital made them a relentless force in the Jedi purge. Both units demonstrated the Empire's ability to turn every facet of its military might against the Jedi, exploiting both loyalty and specialized skills to deadly effect. In the aftermath, the Coruscant Guard remained instrumental in rooting out any lingering Jedi presence, patrolling the Empire's most important world and ensuring the security of Palpatine's new regime. The 21st Nova Corps, also known as the Galactic Marines, were among the most battle-hardened units in the Grand Army of the Republic. Known for their resilience and highly specialized combat skills, the Galactic Marines were deployed in some of the most challenging environments across the galaxy. Under the command of Commander Bacara and Jedeye Master Ki-Adi-Mundi, the Galactic Marines were trained to operate effectively in hostile and extreme conditions, from frozen wastelands to high-altitude locations. Their heavy armor, advanced weaponry, and rigorous training in close-quarters combat made them formidable foes on any battlefield, and during the Clone Wars, they were instrumental in numerous key battles. When Order 66 was issued, the Galactic Marines were stationed on the frigid planet of Maigito, a harsh landscape of ice and treacherous terrain. As Ki-Adi-Mundi led his troops into battle, Commander Bacara received the command to eliminate him. Without hesitation, the Galactic Marines opened fire on Mundi, their precision and disciplined firing leaving him with little chance to react. The swift betrayal by the Galactic Ranis was a clear example of the ruthlessness of the clones once Order 66 was activated. The Nova Corps' combat prowess, trained to overcome the most brutal of conditions, was now directed toward a single, deadly purpose. Ki-Adi-Mundi's death was marked by the efficiency and discipline of the Galactic Marines, who executed the command with mechanical precision, displaying no hesitation despite their prior loyalty. The 501st Legion, commanded by Anakin Skywalker and later Darth Vader himself, was one of the most elite and feared units within the Clone Army. Known as Vader's Fist after the formation of the Empire, the 501st was renowned for its unwavering loyalty, advanced training, and battle-hardened soldiers. Throughout the Clone Wars, the 501st had distinguished itself in numerous battles, gaining a reputation for its strategic impact on high-stakes missions. The bond between Anakin and the 501st was particularly strong, as he had fought alongside them on countless fronts, earning their respect and loyalty through his tactical prowess and fearlessness. When Order 66 was enacted, the 501st Legion was chosen to accompany Anakin, now Darth Vader, in the assault on the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. This mission, later known as the Jedi Temple Massacre, was one of the darkest moments of the Jedi Purge. The 501st troopers, highly skilled in urban warfare and equipped with heavy artillery, stormed the temple under Vader's command. With cold efficiency, they executed Jedi younglings, Padawans, knights, and masters alike, showing no mercy to the very individuals they had once been sworn to protect. The 501st's role in the temple assault was symbolic of the Empire's ruthlessness and its willingness to eradicate any trace of the Jedi Order. The coordination between Vader and the 501st made the Temple Massacre a brutally efficient operation. The Legion's familiarity with Jedi tactics and fighting styles allowed them to anticipate and counter many of the Jedi's defensive maneuvers. The clones moved systematically through the temple, securing rooms, hallways, and strategic locations to prevent any escape. The tragedy of the 501st role lay in the fact that they had once been devoted allies of the Jedi, yet under Palpatine's orders, they became the executioners of those they had fought beside. Both the 21st Nova Corps and the 501st Legion exemplified the devastating impact of Order 66, as their specialized skills, combat experience, and loyalty were manipulated to turn them into deadly instruments of the Empire. The betrayal by these elite units represented the Empire's twisted transformation of the clone army into enforcers of tyranny. The Jedi were left with few options, as each clone unit brought its unique expertise to bear in the systematic purge that wiped out nearly all traces of the Jedeye Order from the galaxy. The 7th Sky Corps, led by Commander Cody and Jedi General Obi-Wan Kenobi, was among the Republic's most respected airborne assault units. Known for their precision and ability to operate in a variety of aerial and ground-based environments, the 7th Sky Corps became instrumental in high-mobility operations across the Clone Wars. Cody, a loyal and highly skilled commander, shared a strong bond of trust with General Kenobi, forged through numerous campaigns where the two relied on each other's expertise and leadership. This connection made the betrayal on Utapau during Order 66 particularly tragic, as Cody turned against his friend and mentor with a cold efficiency reflective of the chip's influence. During the siege on Utapau, where the 7th Sky Corps was stationed to assist Kenobi in capturing General Grievous, Cody received Order 66 directly from Palpatine. Without hesitation, he issued the order to open fire on Kenobi, who was attempting to leave the area on a varactyl. The clone's strategic position on the high cliffs surrounding Kenobi's path allowed them to ambush him with a perfectly timed artillery strike, forcing him into a perilous escape. The 7th Sky Corps' familiarity with Kenobi's movements, combined with their strategic positioning, made it nearly impossible for him to survive. Yet, through his skill and quick thinking, Kenobi narrowly escaped their initial assault, fleeing into hiding. The 7th Sky Corps' loyalty was reprogrammed in an instant, transforming their expertise and familiarity with Kenobi's tactics into tools of lethal betrayal. Shadow Troopers, an elite unit within the Republic's Special Operations Brigade, were also deployed during Order 66, specializing in infiltration, reconnaissance, and high-stakes espionage missions. Operating under stealth technology and equipped with advanced armor, these troopers were trained for clandestine missions that required precision and secrecy. Known for their ability to remain undetected, even in hostile territory, Shadow Troopers were one of the Republic's most formidable assets. The skills that made them invaluable to the Republic's strategic operations would soon be redirected toward hunting down the Jedi with brutal effectiveness. Once Order 66 was initiated, Shadow Troopers used their expertise to locate and eliminate Jedi who managed to evade immediate capture or death. With their advanced cloaking technology and knowledge of guerrilla tactics, Shadow Troopers were able to infiltrate even the most secure hideouts. Their role was especially significant in tracking Jedi across planets where open conflict would have been too risky or impractical. By remaining hidden, these troopers could observe Jedi's survivors from a distance, tracking their movements and habits until the time was right to strike. The tactical advantage of the Shadow Troopers lay in their ability to operate unseen, giving Jedi little chance to detect and counter their approach. These troopers were trained to anticipate Jedi movements, deploying countermeasures and using silent, precise weaponry to ensure their targets had little opportunity to defend themselves. For those Jedi who had managed to escape the initial onslaught of Order 66, encounters with Shadow Troopers were often the last chapter in their stories. Operating independently, the Shadow Troopers represented one of the most insidious threats to Jedi survivors, systematically rooting out any trace of resistance. Both the 7th Sky Corps and the Shadow Troopers illustrated how Order 66 weaponized each clone unit's unique strengths. The Sky Corps' strategic aerial coordination and the Shadow Troopers' stealth capabilities underscored Palpatine's control over his forces and his willingness to utilize every tool in the clone army to eliminate the Jedi. The specialized skills and precise tactics that had once safeguarded the Republic were now instruments of suppression, leaving the Jedi few options for escape. The widespread purge was a testament to the Empire's reach, as even the most hidden Jedi faced an ever-present threat in the form of elite clone units turned against them. The 442nd Siege Battalion was another specialized clone unit, known for its expertise in heavy artillery and siege warfare. This battalion was uniquely skilled in breaching fortified positions and overcoming entrenched enemy defenses, which made them essential in battles against the separatist droid armies. Under the command of Jedeye masters, skilled in defensive and assault tactics, the 442nd Siege Battalion had seen some of the most intense battles of the Clone Wars, often employed when a mission required breaking through heavily fortified defenses. Their training in high-intensity sieges would be turned to chilling effect during Order 66, as they turned their focus from fortified strongholds to hunting down their former Jedi allies. During Order 66, the 442nd was deployed to eliminate Jedi in secure or heavily protected locations, utilizing their expertise to penetrate even the most fortified Jedi hideouts. Equipped with heavy artillery and fortified armor, they were able to carry out sieges with a relentless approach that left little room for escape. Their skills in prolonged combat made them especially dangerous against Jedi, who attempted to hold defensive positions, as the 442nd had the tools and tactics to wear down even the most resilient resistance. The battalion's specialized training in sieges meant that any Jedi who tried to hide or fortify their location faced overwhelming odds. With their loyalty replaced by a programmed obedience, the 442nd executed their orders with the same dedication that had once been used to protect the Republic. Order 66 marked a turning point in galactic history, transforming the clones from symbols of loyalty and protection into instruments of terror. Each clone battalion, with its unique expertise, played a role in the systematic elimination of the Jedi Order. The very skills and bonds that had once united the clones with their Jedi commanders became the tools of their betrayal. This transformation had a deep impact on how the galaxy viewed the Jedi, as Imperial propaganda reinforced the narrative that the Jedi had been traitors to the Republic. The shock of betrayal and the suddenness of the purge created a lasting mistrust of the Jedi, further cemented by the Empire's deliberate efforts to erase the Jedi's legacy and rewrite history. As the Empire solidified its rule, the clones' role in Order 66 was used to justify the Jedi's extinction. The Empire portrayed the clones' actions as a necessary response to a supposed Jedi rebellion, twisting the truth to fit Palpatine's narrative of Jedi treachery. The memories of the Jedi as defenders of peace began to fade, replaced by fear and suspicion. The clones who had been bred to serve and protect now represented the strength of Imperial rule, standing as reminders of the price of defying the Emperor. For those few who remembered the Jedi's true role, the transformation of the clone army was a tragic reminder of the galaxy's loss. The clones had been manipulated from their creation, raised in a system designed to exploit their loyalty and dedication. In a single command, Order 66 turned them into instruments of genocide, erasing the noble purpose they once embodied. This betrayal cut deeply for the Jedi survivors who had fought alongside the clones as brothers in arms, only to be struck down by those they had trusted most. The legacy of Order 66 left a lasting scar on the galaxy, one that would shape the generations to come. The Jedeye Order, once a beacon of hope and protection, was now a fragmented memory, a lost chapter in the galaxy's history. The clones, who had once been champions of the Republic, had become the Empire's enforcers, symbols of the new order that Palpatine had brought to life. Order 66 was more than a military operation. It was the beginning of a dark era, a tragic transformation that would define the Empire's rule and leave the Jedi as nothing more than legends and whispered stories in a galaxy veiled by darkness.